Number 26, Rasmus Dahl. Number 29, Pontus Holmberg. Number 90, Marcus Jansson. Number 95, Andre Burakovsky. Third line, number 28, Marcus Pettersson. Number 72, Tim Head. Number 37, Isaac Lundström. Number 49, Fabian Zetterlund. Number 71, Victor Olsson. Fourth line, number 32, Lucas Nelson. Please welcome Team Sweden. United States. The referees of the game are Martin and Jan Hibik. The line scorers are Eugene Udachin, Yusuf. The starting 6-14 United States.
Welcome to Eastern Czechia, just after 8 p.m. Friday night inside Ostrava Arena. It is game 2 of our action, and it is outstanding. Arguably the 2 best in Pool B. Arguably the 2 best in the tournament going head-to-head. It is Sweden taking on Team USA, your captains, Erik Karlsson and Brady Tkachuk. They shake hands at center ice, and 2 outstanding lineups as Team USA, 4th last year, losing in that bronze medal game to Latvia. The head coach of Team Sweden, Sam Hallam, as they won gold in 2017 and 18, but haven't found the podium since. But Sweden is loaded on the back end. They got star power up front. Of course, we talked about Erik Karlsson, Victor Hedman, and they're a defensive pairing tonight. And there's the head coach, John Hines, just finished his second season with the Minnesota Wild. He's been a USA head coach before, 2016, and assistant in 2019, and really started things off USA Hockey National Team Development Program, where he spent 9 seasons. That program now proudly in Plymouth, Michigan, producing a lot of great coaches, a lot of great players, including that guy, Brady Tkachuk, and what a great guy to lead Team USA in this tournament, Brian.
Yeah, and everybody's excited about this game, especially Brady Tkachuk. We talked about the smile he had on his face because of the line that he's playing on with Zegras and Caulfield. He'll just go to the net and work the corners like he always did. The coaches were interesting, had great comments. Sam Helm talked about with the defense, he got Hedman, Carlson, Dahlin to lead the way. He said, we're going to build the game from the back end. Makes a lot of sense. Dictate the play. That's what Sweden wants to do. Sweden always plays a disciplined game. And then John Hines said, we have really good structure in training camp, but I want our guys to play on instinct. So they'll figure it out. He said a lot of our guys know each other from playing against each other about that. And he said we know we have to put the Swedish defense under pressure. We got to get pucks behind them, get in on top of them. If they let them dictate the play, it'll be a nightmare for the USA as they're trying to defend all night.
Could be a busy night for the goalies. You saw Philip Gustafsson out of the Minnesota Wild. For Sweden, Alex Lyon out of the Detroit Red Wings had career highs, wins, games played in Detroit. Of course, his teammate back over the NHL, Lucas Raymond, always finds a way to shine on the international stage, and he was brilliant the final 2 games of the regular season, underway in what should be a dynamic game. Centering pass in front right away and nearly squeezed in. With Sweden, a good push and a save by Alex Lyon early to net off the moorings. Buckle up, Brian. It could be a wild one tonight.
Yeah, that was Adrian Kempe. Kempe's got some blinding speed, but he's also got terrific hands. 28 goals on the season for the LA Kings. Love the way this guy plays. He will fly the zone like you read about. But this play was made by Lucas Raymond. Terrific play in the corner, beat the U.S. to the corner, and then Kempe just hanging out in that face-off circle. And they're going to have to fix this net again. This is the second time we saw it happen in our earlier game. It came off the moorings at least a couple of times. Those pegs are supposed to come off, but they shouldn't be coming off that easily. And that's a good save by Lyon. Lyon put under pressure. He was ready. He took his warm-up, and he came out ready to play. So good for him. Played in Detroit this year. Alex Lyon, 21, 18, and 5 on the season. .904 save percentage. Good size, not huge goalie-wise anymore, 6'1", but you don't see many small goalies anymore, that's for sure.
Joel Eriksson-Ek, Brock Nelson line up to take the draw. It's Kempe, Eriksson-Ek, and Lucas Raymond a line up front for Sweden. Johnny Gaudreau, Brock Nelson, and Matt Boldy up front for the Americans. Face-off control, there's Seth Jones. He's paired up with his former Columbus teammate, Zach Werenski, for this tournament. So some nice familiarity between those two guys as Boldy, far boards, pops it out to Nelson, 2-on-2 with Gaudreau. Nelson brings it in, stick handling. Gaudreau goes in down low. Gaudreau, Nelson. There's Eriksson-Ek and Erik Karlsson battling. Erik Karlsson paired up with Victor Hedman. What a pairing for Sweden. What a luxury, as you got, what, 3 Norrises and 2 Stanley Cups there on the back end. Here's Kempe. He'll bring it in offside. Thought it was offside. Play continues, though. Americans control it. Seth Jones. He'll hesitate and throw it back to Werenski as Sweden starts an early change here. Opening minute here in Ostrava. Glad you're with us. Brian Mudryk, Ryan Engblom, and Claire Hanna here, covering Group B each and every game of the World Hockey Championship. Trevor Zegras flips it in, and he's on a line with his buddy and former World Junior teammate Cole Caulfield. We talked about the guy on the line as well. It's the captain, Brady Tkachuk.
Trevor Zegras had a tough season because he was injured an awful lot. So, you know, he's chomping at the bit. But with Cole Caulfield on one side and Brady Tkachuk on the other, this is going to be an awful lot of fun to watch against this stacked Swedish team, especially on the back end.
Face-off battle. Tkachuk trying to win it. Play to the far boards. Cole Caulfield trying to work it free. He got tripped up, lost his stick, lost his footing. Tkachuk though trying to muscle the puck back. Johansson has it up top. That drive missing the mark as Jonas Brodin let it fly. Burakovsky tried to get it towards the net. That was blocked. Another drive misses. Rasmus Dahlin. Look out. Caulfield trying to poke it up to himself. Brodin is back, as is Pontus Holmberg for Sweden. Holmberg will chip that to center. Ripped in by Victor Olofsson, handled by Lyon. Alex Nedeljkovic will be joining Team USA as another goaltender, as Trey Augustine, the backup tonight. Augustine, 4 medals already internationally. Second-round pick of the Detroit Red Wings. Great young goalie coming up, and he's the 3rd goalie for this championship. Puck at center ice. Victor Olofsson, the backhand in. Lyon out to tee it up. Trying to track it down was Isaac Lundestrom. A lot of familiar names for the National Hockey League competing for USA and Sweden this year. We know the Olympics are coming. We know the Four Nations Cup, so it's great to see a lot of the star power on display here in Ostrava.
And to be able to play with your instincts for the U.S. team, John Hines talking about that, I thought that was interesting. It is especially essential for defense because of the ice surface. It's just different. You have to understand what's coming at you. And Sweden, especially with their ability to pass from the back end, guys like Hedman and Carlson, 2 of the best you've ever seen in the game. They make 120-foot passes and really rip you up, and that's without carrying the puck themselves.
And he got to get back as Kevin Hayes, the veteran for Team USA, was tracking in. Alex Vlasic, young defender from Chicago, drives it in deep. Vlasic hands it off, played along the boards by Kevin Hayes. Up to the far point, wrist shot, tipped, and that's wide of the net. Vlasic back on it. He'll dish it in deep. Luke Cunnin hitting Carlson. He'll reverse to Hedman. Carlson from his own zone up the right side. Here's Froden. 1-on-3. Froden takes a look. He sees his teammates changing, so he'll get it to Adrian Kempe, who dishes. Eriksson Ek backhand. Rebounds Dahlin, and getting across was Alex Lyon. That might have tickled the bar as well.
What a brilliant save there, because boy, he had to be on his toes. He really had to move from his right to his left big time. Dahlin's going to get some great chances playing in behind Victor Hedman and Carlson. He'll see different lineups out there, and Dahlin's a combination for me of Hedman and Erik Karlsson. He had a great chance there.
Werenski for Nelson with Gaudreau. Bouncing puck. Brock Nelson trying to find it. Johnny Gaudreau in the corner. He'll pick it up. Centers for Boldy. He'll drop Nelson. Up to Werenski. Werenski, wrist shot, and that hit a body, hit Boldy as he was tracking through the high slot. Boldy, Dahlin. Dahlin hits him. A lot of the veteran players like Gaudreau, Nelson talked about the importance of getting back on top of that podium for USA. Just that 1 gold medal a lifetime ago. Boldy works it down low. He'll get it back in the corner. Gaudreau's in front. Through the breach, shot, Jones right on, and that was handled as in deep. Seth Jones trying to get the first chance for USA. They work it around. Jones again. He'll collect it. Far boards. Gaudreau tried to pop it free. It comes to Joel Eriksson Ek, and he'll relieve some of that pressure. In comes Lucas Raymond. He was so critical for Detroit down the stretch. He scored in the final seconds of the regular season in Montreal. It came down literally to the final few seconds. It didn't fall the way Detroit wanted as they just missed out in literally the final few minutes of the regular season.
Lucas Raymond, a terrific player. 31 goals for them too. Nothing to sneeze about there. You're looking at other players, but he can really play.
Sanderson found on the setup from Cole Caulfield. First time I saw Lucas Raymond was 2019, the Under-18 World Hockey Championship in Örnsköldsvik in northern Sweden.
Yeah.
First time they won a gold medal at the U18 level. He had a hat trick in the golden goal. Burakovsky in, found on the shot. Turnover. Johansson trying to get it back to Burakovsky. Caulfield picks it up. So for Lucas Raymond, he's a guy on the international stage that has already starred. He was dynamic on home soil. The crowd was nuts as he scored in overtime, the hat-trick goal. And you saw what he did at the end of the regular season for Detroit as well. Special player brewing in Detroit for Steve Yzerman.
Yeah, no doubt. Here's a look at Rasmus Dahlin's chance. The second wave, that's what makes these defensemen, the top 3 in particular. There's Dahlin coming in late, always on the move. So you've got Victor Hedman who will do that. You've got Erik Karlsson who will do that. And you've also got Rasmus Dahlin. Dahlin's 20 goal scorer. I mean, this guy's got some great hands when he moves in. These guys don't miss very much. So the U.S. team, especially the forwards, are going to be really conscientious in their own zone about keeping track of those 3 Swedish defensemen in particular.
Here's young Luke Hughes, had a wonderful rookie campaign in the National Hockey League with the Devils. The 4th overall pick. Here's Farabee, some space. Farabee in, shoots, glove down, rebound. And skating right by it with a chance was Ryan Leonard. Back the other way. Fabian Zetterlund missed the net. Leonard picks it up. Leonard already has 4 medals internationally for the United States. He's had quite the run lately. U18 gold, where he scored in overtime, then World Junior gold. 4 total for Ryan Leonard, and he is a young sniper on the rise. Puck at center, chipped in. Out to play at his line quickly for Werenski. Hayes, little pop pass, gets it back. Him and Jones play pass, back to Jones. Chipped in the slot and cleaned up by Sweden. As Froden throws it up that left side. Pass intended for Carl Grundstrom. USA again, pass in front, and just over the stick there of Luke Cunnin.
That was Froden coming back in the middle of the ice. He made a terrific defensive play. He got his stick on it. That prevented that good scoring chance. U.S. had a terrific scoring chance. Joel Farabee had one of the best, and it's because he got in behind Erik Karlsson. Now, Karlsson is a brilliant talent, but he does take chances offensively, which means he's out of position, and he can be taken advantage of, and Farabee was able to drive in off the wing, get a really good look at the net.
Johnny Gaudreau off the draw, wraps it in for Team USA. Here comes Kempe in the corner. The body check. Rasmus Dahlin trying to get it to Lucas Raymond. Raymond up the wall. Eriksson Ek to the left side. Jonas Brodin brings it in, drops it off. Eriksson Ek shoots, and that's right on Alex Lyon. He will squeeze.
Good save by Lyon. He looks calm there. He got that difficult save early on in the game. It's another short side shot on the rush here. Both teams still feeling each other out a little bit. Both teams would like to possess the puck certainly as much as they can. The Swedes have always been known for their discipline when it comes to defensive play. So there will be times where there will be a regroup for the U.S. and all the Swedes will be back in the neutral zone and at their own blue line. They won't forecheck at all sometimes, and they'll look to turn it over and counter on you, and they can really hurt you that way.
Well, you saw Brodin to Eriksson Ek. Here's a turnover. Nelson brings it in, lost the puck. That was Minnesota Wild to Minnesota Wild. And John Hines has the best scouting report on the Sweden team. He's got 5 of his players on Team Sweden. Yeah. We joked about that. He talked about Eriksson Ek in particular and said, here's a Selke caliber guy. He's improved his game each and every year. Joel Eriksson Ek, 30-goal season, 64 points, career highs. But the head coach was impressed with his defensive play back home in the NHL.
Yeah, we just saw Matt Boldy for a second, too. And Matt Boldy's another one of those underrated, sort of under-the-radar guys. But he had 29 goals this past year, and he had 31 goals last year. So you might be looking in other directions, and it's guys like Matt Boldy who can really hurt you playing with Brock Nelson. Nelson's a straight line kind of guy who can really score from the front of the net too. So there will be big time net front presence by the U.S. if they can get sustained action in Sweden's end.
Marcus Johansson drops it off, puck loose, and it squirted away out of the hands of Marcus Pettersson, and then a big hit far boards penalty coming up. Extra attacker out for Sweden. Pettersson into the corner first. He's got the puck. Hit by Tkachuk. There's Heed. Eriksson Ek waiting, shooting, score! Joel Eriksson Ek with a wrister, and Sweden opens up their campaign at the tournament 1-0.
Another guy who's a terrific two-way hockey player, and I think the U.S. let up a little bit. They were getting a penalty, and I think it was going to be a hooking call on Zegras, and sometimes that happens. You go, oh, well, we just got to touch the puck. There's the call. Zegras is going to get the penalty for that. So let's just touch it. Well, okay, we can't touch it. We haven't touched it yet. We'll just get there. And then because they want to touch it and get that whistle, look, you have 3 guys high, and look how much room there is. And I think that was a little bit of a misjudgment there by Alex Lyon, who made 2 good, tough saves earlier. I think that was a stoppable puck. He just didn't seem to pick it up early, and Sweden doesn't need the power play.
Joel Eriksson Ek, 30 in the regular season in the NHL, and he's on the board here in Ostrava. 1-0 Sweden. In comes Fabian Zetterlund. He'll hit Vlasic. Laid up top. Wrist shot. Never got through from Rasmus Dahlin. Vlasic trying to clear. He'll chip it to the wall. Up for Farabee at center. Brought right back in. Big time body check. That was Leonard, and he absolutely pounded Jonas Brodin. Up quickly, Farabee. Nice move. Wow, Farabee through the legs, tried to get the shot off, and he did the second effort. And Philip Gustafsson makes the stop. Shane Pinto behind the net. Took a cross check. Werenski across. Jones. Pinto shooting. Stopped. And clear to the far wall. Seth Jones one more time. Fanned on the passing attempt as it came to Isaac Lundestrom.
I think Werenski and Jones want to show the Swedes, hey, we're a pretty good pair back there too. Can really make some plays. Those two are unreal inside the offensive blue line.
That wrist shot right on. And the screen in front, courtesy Luke Cudden. Good pressure now by the Americans. Wrist shot in the pads from Mikey Asamont and held by Philip Gustafsson.
A little bit of a skirmish in front. These guys getting their blood up a little bit. That's the way it should be. Let's go back and take a look and see what happens here. Eriksson Ek. It's a no-look shot at this point. He turns. I guess there is a bit of a screen there. That's a better look. So, yeah, there's a better look at the screen. That may have even been deflected just a tad. Sanderson, I don't know if that went off his hand a little bit. That is possible, but it definitely gives a better perception of what Alex Lyon did see or didn't see. But it was a good, quick spin-around shot by Joel Eriksson Ek. He, Kempe, and Raymond together combined 98 goals on the season, those 3.
Off the draw, Jake Sanderson, and shoots and hit the crossbar. He had a little daylight, nearly found it in the corner above Gustafsson. Matt Boldy, he'll hand it off. Hughes shot off his skate. Nelson was tracking in, and he couldn't get the puck. Here's Froden. He'll chip it in up that right side. Puck battle behind the net. Linus Johansson to the point, in front, spinning shot. That was blocked by Carl Grundstrom. Grundstrom goes back up to the point. Across for Carlson. Carlson wrist shot. Bouncing puck that hit an American player. And Alex Lyon was ready, and it's finally cleared to center. Froden will play it back as he has Hedman and Carlson back for Sweden. Lot of Trey Kroner jerseys in the building here in Ostrava. Here's Kempe, space and shoots, and he just missed. Far side corner. Raymond sweeps it back in for Kempe. Adrian Kempe lost out in the first round with LA. Drops for Heed. Pass across. Pettersson up top. Kempe shoots. What a stop. And what passing by Sweden. Kempe denied by Alex Lyon. They were saucing it around nicely. Heed again. Kempe in a puck battle with Shane Pinto of the Ottawa Senators. Pinto, puck on his stick. He takes a look and flips it into the corner. In comes Ryan Leonard.
2 of the 3 best looks by both teams in this game so far have been Adrian Kempe. Great movement to his game all the time. And because of the way Sweden plays in the offensive zone, everybody will be moving. He knows when to delay, when to get in the scoring area.
28 goals this season for the Kings. Here's Dahlin, just hopped over his stick. Kachuk trying to clear. Burakovsky took it away from him. Kachuk starts to muscle him and takes him down near boards. Jones will play it across for Werenski. In his second World Championship, Zach Werenski. Brady Kachuk in and out of the glove of Gustafsson. Sweden brings it in 3 deep. Johansson shoots off the side of the net. Holmberg in the corner. Hit by Asamont. Caulfield able to get it to Werenski. Up for Zegras. He'll backhand it in. In comes Mikey Asamont. In on Carlson. Pettersson. Took a shot from Luke Cunnin. Shots 8-6 in favor of Sweden. A 1-0 lead on a goal from Joel Eriksson. USA has taken the last 2 meetings versus Sweden at the World Championship. Both those games in overtime, by the way. 4th place finish last year for USA, losing in a heartbreaker in the bronze medal game in OT to Latvia, which was their first ever medal as Riga Latvia went off. Pass across, that shot, and never got through. Queued up to Kevin Hayes, and it's Lucas Raymond the other way quickly. In on Jeff Petrie. Jeff Petrie in the corner. In his 4th World Championship for Petrie. Gaudreau gets it back from Vlasic. Johnny Gaudreau takes play to the wall, works it in deep, right on the stick of Marcus Pedersen. Boldy chasing after it. Matt Boldy tried to center for Gaudreau. Came right to Lucas Raymond. Raymond at center, he'll guide one in. Kempe goes in on Petrie. Jab Petrie, nearly lost it. In comes Nelson to help. Fired right back in. Jones, Nelson, and Lyon won a bronze medal the last time that this championship was in Czechia in 2015. Broberg handed it off. Look out, Farabee has no help. He saw his teammates were putting in a change behind him, so he shoots it in. Good pace to this first period.
Gotta like the look of that Gaudreau, Nelson, Boldy combination for the U.S. too. Johnny Gaudreau loves to hang on to the puck. He skates into open ice, holds on. Brock Nelson plays in straight lines, 34 goals. Matt Boldy's got skill. He's got finish as well too. They're a dangerous trio.
Here's Hayes with Cunnin. Hayes. Werenski. Behind the net. Asamont trying to dig it free. Werenski in front. Puck still loose. And it's Hedman finding Hill clear. The 2 former Tampa Bay teammates. Puck at the line. Victor Olofsson's back right in front of his own bench. You get the pleasure of watching Victor Hedman on a regular basis in Tampa. Brian, he's a special player.
Yeah, he had one of his top 3 seasons offensively. Kind of went back to sort of hockey school last summer, he told me. Just good old-fashioned passing and shooting and making plays, and really showed in his game this year.
A key player for Team Sweden. It's a 1-0 lead. Welcome back to Ostrava. I know it's day 1, Brian, but the fan base has already been outstanding. We had Slovakia, Germany in our opener today, game 1. The building was loud, electric, and they will not disappoint. You can feel the energy in this building. No doubt.
Let's take a look at that Sanderson shot that hit the crossbar. It went off the ear of Philip Gustafsson. Gustafsson, 19, 18, and 4 in Minnesota, splitting the duties with Marc-Andre Fleury. That one, he got over to the post just enough to get that right ear on it and deflect it off the crossbar. Sanderson moving in nicely from the point.
Jesper Wallstedt is the 3rd goalie for Sweden. He's a first-round pick of the Wild and the first ever Swedish goalie taken in the first round. So a young man that'll learn a lot and absorb from both Samuel Ersson, who is the backup to Philip Gustafsson tonight.
Yeah, and that's a lot. Both of these countries, and the programs that they're running. Of course, with the Olympics not too far in the future, so they want some young talent there. How much they play is one thing, but they'll be on the ice and they'll absorb things from some of the greatest players in the game. And that's really important, how to build. Great players, the fact these young kids made it to this point, they absorb it, they watch. You learn more as a player from the players you play with and against. Yeah, you learn structure from the coaches, but that's why these young guys are here. If they play even a little bit, the Will Smiths is another good example for USA. Unger Sorenstam for Sweden.
Wrist shot right on, and that was handled. What a look in close from Linus Johansson. And same goes for Trey Augustine, the young goalie for the Americans.
No doubt.
You mentioned Will Smith. So him and Ryan Leonard were part of a line as we checked the rough play in the corner. One of the best lines outside of pro hockey, including Gabe Perreault. They won a U18 gold and then World Junior success. Then they went to Boston College, made it all the way to the NCAA final, losing to Denver 2-0. And two parts of that wonderful tandem, Will Smith and Ryan Leonard, are here. So great learning experience at this World Championship.
It's the next step for those guys. Will Smith last year, 51 goals, 127 points in 60 games played for the U.S. National Development Program. Crazy numbers. That's a throwback to 35 years ago.
They were record-breaking in that program. It was unbelievable. Yep. Cole Eiserman just broke Cole Caulfield's all-time goal record, by the way, as Caulfield gets worked off the puck. Olsen, side of the net with it, Sauce in front, and nobody home. And to his credit, I chatted with Cole Caulfield before the tournament. He's very complimentary of Cole Eiserman and how hard the work he's put in. USA losing that gold medal to Canada, the U18s in Finland, an outstanding tournament and game. By the way, Canada getting John Tavares added to the lineup over in Prague in the other group.
Yeah.
Pass in front, side of the net, stopped Alex Lyon. Burakovsky, a great chance. Alex Lyon has made some nice saves to keep it a 1-0 game as Sweden leads on a goal from Joel Eriksson-Ek. There's the head coach of Team Sweden, Sam Hallam. The program all-time 11 gold medals. Trailing only Canada and Czechia all-time when it comes to World Championships. And I like their chances this year. They brought a powerhouse team here to Ostrava.
No doubt. They're taking advantage here. They're getting their best scoring chances from the edges of the face-off circle, just like the last one that just happened for Burakovsky. The U.S. playing sort of the zone in close near their net, which means in the front of the net will be covered, but off to the edges, there's some chances. That one's a false face-off. We'll do that again. That means the Swedes are going to get those chances like Kempe did and like Burakovsky did. You've got to take those shots and keep pursuing for rebounds if it doesn't go in right away.
Here's Werenski. Cunnin wanted Hayes. Hayes driving in. Carlson trying to poke it away from him. Carlson for Hedman around the boards. Asamont kept it moving. Kempe. Closing on him was Werenski, who swatted it away. Picked up by Lucas Raymond with Kempe through the legs, and Jones wasn't having it. Raymond using the boards. Carlson, one-time drive right in front. Kempe there. Raymond loads up, and that, I think, hit Eriksson-Ek and just wide of Lyon. Raymond again. And crease violation.
Yeah, another example there of the Swedes really utilizing the open spaces. I think the U.S. is going to have to make some changes here. I don't know if they want to or whether they just want to keep working on their structure a little bit. But they are giving up those areas, those seams. If you're just going to cover certain areas of the ice and leave those areas, and up against a team like Sweden who has skill, they have movement to their game, and so far they're taking advantage of it.
The referees and the men running the lines, all from Czechia for tonight's game. Get some cool looks with the rev cam on the helmets, and you saw the crease violation, which they'll call pretty closely here, IIHF. Here's he. Up for Pedersen. He'll shoot it in. Lyon out to play it. Kesselring below the goal line. Good move there by Sanderson. Kesselring able to work it to center. First international experience for Michael Kesselring. Played with the Coyotes back home in the NHL. 5 goals, 21 points. And now off to Utah. Pedersen chips it in. A little bit of a bounce there. Alex Lyon was ready, and he will cover.
The depth of these two teams, really interesting. In the matchup, I think now it's settled in a little bit. Everybody's had a couple of shifts. You got it under your belt. They're almost done with the third period. Sweden with the first blood, but the game right there in the balance for sure. I think Sweden's feeling a little bit better about themselves so far than the U.S. is.
Jonas Brodin in, shoots right in that USA crest of Alex Lyon.
There again, the Swedes not overpassing. They win the face-off D to D, walk down, get room on the outside, and D-men, especially guys with skill that Sweden has, you can take advantage of that. There's room from the outside. You take that shot, keep pursuing it, no rebound on that one.
Right at the line, Isaac Lundestrom will shoot it right in. There's Vlasic. Vlasic hesitates, tries to work it to center, and he will. Just signed a 6-year, $27.6 million extension in Chicago. Blackhawks getting the #2 pick in the lottery draft.
That's another one that Seth Jones has mentored, and that helps a lot, playing with a guy like him in Chicago. Of course, he had played with Werenski for about 4 years in Columbus, and Zach talked about it to us yesterday. He's happy to be back playing with Seth Jones, his buddy. And hey, Werenski a couple years ago as a defenseman, 20 goals on the season, and Seth Jones had a lot to do with that.
Nice move in tight, wrist shot, and Grundstrom trying to follow up. Cole Caulfield, final minute here, Ostrava Arena. Tkachuk, Caulfield racing after it. And Werenski chatted with you just about the bigger ice surface and just getting prepared and ready for that experience.
Yep, that's right. You get lost out there, and he said he did. Plus, he was exhausted in the one pre-tournament game that they played. The distance from the corners to the front of the net doesn't seem like it would be much. For a defenseman, it's a lot. It changes the way the game is, and you do have to read plays a lot more. You cannot just rely on structure. Speed away from the puck carrier can be a killer. If you don't allow for it, you'll be giving up breakaways and outnumbered attacks.
They played that pre-competition game in Bratislava, Slovakia, a game that they won. Here's Asamont, lost the puck, Eriksson Ek, gotta be quick, one last chance, a backhand, and steered to the corner. Sweden leads 1-0.
Yeah, the Swedes got their game going. They're at a more highly efficient level right now than the U.S. is. The U.S. is back on their heels a bit.
Joel Eriksson Ek has made it 1-0. Glad you're watching us on TSN and NHL Network. We'll have your intermission next with Laura and Dave.
one. Welcome to Czech. Eric, have a good one. Welcome to Czech. Have fun, guys.
I'll try my best not to do
I'm not complaining at all.
No, I know.
I'm just saying we will work on it.
I'm nervous about it, that's what I'm saying. But it's all good. I'll try not to.
Trust me, you're not the only one who's nervous.
Thank you.
Time. It's up. I'm here. Good. Let's go. Good. Good. Let's go. Whistle. Done. Hey, you said you're nervous and now you're talking to them, huh?
Are you okay, goalie? Okay.
Move it! Heads up! Good! Perfect! Hands! Watch your hands! That's why I'm giving you more time, Sam. You will always have a last. I get it. But you're always last.
Go, Chris! 14, in the goal crease, outside. No, you are in the goal crease. Listen to me. You were in the goal crease and you kicked the contact with the goalie. That was the reason why I called the goalie.
I'm behind their D.
Yeah?
Their D started backing into me.
I know.
I moved.
Okay, listen.
He's trying
I understand you, but there was contact and I called it, okay?
Dear friends, first we are dedicated to high school students. Czech national team playing the first game of the championship was Finland, and after the first 20 minutes is the game 0-0. So at Prague Arena haven't seen goals yet. But we are back in Ostrava Arena in the game Sweden against United States. First 20 minutes are over, and here we offer you the best moments for the first period. Please hold and begin Team Sweden. Please welcome as well Team United States.
Welcome back to opening night of the World Hockey Championship from Ostrava. We are in eastern Czechia, the city home to about 280,000 people. It's been a lot of fun early. Great start for Sweden and head coach Sam Hallam. There's a lot of hockey to come, Ryan, obviously, but you have to argue you win this game tonight in the opening night and you have a great shot at winning the group. Sweden will have Poland next on Sunday, and next up for USA, they'll have Germany right back at it tomorrow night. So win this game, you got a great chance to take Group B here.
No doubt. I mean, the points are all extremely important, and so these two teams don't get to play their way in with maybe a softer game, but they'll have a really good idea of where they stand, not just in the standings and the points you're talking about, but where their game stands. And we're only one period in here, and I think the U.S. is the first team here that's going to have to make some adjustments, and because I thought they sort of faded off a bit as that first period went on, and Sweden had more chances and had the puck more.
Here's Boldy through center, over the blue line. He had Johnny Gaudreau to his right. Wrist shot, Jones off the pipe. What a rip. Seth Jones nearly opened the tournament with his first.
And I saw Gustafsson look back over his shoulder to check where he was in the net.
Johnny Gaudreau hands it off. Boldy shot just wide with Nelson the screen in front. Played around the boards. Boldy. Jones. He'll work it to Gaudreau. Johnny Gaudreau in, shoots in and out of that glove of Philip Gustafsson. Held in by the Americans. Gaudreau behind the net. Johnny Gaudreau. That drive, Nelson, blocked by Erik Karlsson. And Eriksson Ek finds it. He'll jam it off the boards to center. Burakovsky trying to make a move, getting back defensively was Boldy.
So the U.S. using their points really well there, especially with Jones and Werenski out there. It also would spread Sweden out inside their defensive zone and eventually give some more room to the USA forward.
Johansson flips the backhand down the ice. There's Sanderson, puts on the brakes. Jake Sanderson, a young emerging star out of the Ottawa Senators.
Yeah.
Kachuk reaching backhand pass. That'll stop play nearly 2 minutes into the second period.
There's a look at Seth Jones, and he's been active, very active already again. He and Werenski are a tremendous 1-2 punch. They have so much feel, and you can tell there's that look of Jones moving in there. He just fired this one. And there was the gap. There was some room inside. Again, the width of the ice, when you have two guys that skate as well as they do and are offensively minded at the right times, Werenski and Jones can either drive in wide or find a seam like Jones did there to get a good look at the net.
Brady Tkachuk right on. We had a good joke with Brady Tkachuk. We were talking about who's got the best acting skills in the family because his dad's in the commercials, mom's in the commercials now. As he joked, Dad Walt, we just saw him working for St. Louis and the U18s in Finland. He said mom is obviously the best actor in the entire household. So you got to defer to your mom anyways.
Yeah, and if Dad's smart, he'll say mom too.
Right, exactly. Here you go. A lot of talent in the Tkachuk family, no doubt, between Matthew, who is battling in the NHL playoffs, and Brady, the captain here for Team USA. Brady on the forecheck for the Americans. Victor Olofsson off the right side, puck at center. Will Caulfield tracking towards the net. In comes Caulfield. Had the worst shooting percentage by a mile, and one of the worst in the NHL did Cole Caulfield. Still had 28 goals. He's going to have a rebound season next year in Montreal, no doubt. And Marty St. Louis talked about his game. He became a more complete player this year. Career high in assists, and he really took his 200-foot game to another level.
Yeah, when you're playing that much, you have to be able to play at both ends of the ice. He started off as just a shooter. He's starting to round out.
Spitting and shooting high and wide, Carl Grundstrom.
U.S. with a better start to the second period, taking a piece out of Swedish book from the first period. In other words, getting shots from the outside, not necessarily trying to work it into the middle of the ice and getting that grade A look all the time. Take what's there and use it.
Linus Johansson, Grundstrom, and Froden up front for Sweden. Face off back to Pettersson. Heed, wrist shot, wanted the tip as Froden was cruising in. Froden again, in front shot, what a stop. Alex Lyon, and we talked about him in the intermission, Brian. Yeah. He's a big reason it's just a 1-0 game.
He's really been dancing in the crease. Like, his anticipation has been outstanding, and he's had to make 3 or 4 10-bell saves because of the movement in the crease, but he hasn't ended up like outside the net area. It's one thing to be active, and that's been important for him in this game, but you start sliding and finishing out of the net, eventually you're going to end up with goals in behind you. But I thought he got the balance just exactly right in that first period.
A goalie can do special things in a tournament like this, just as Artur Silovs last year for Latvia, who's now starring in the NHL with the Canucks and their playoff push.
One-game shots, yeah, big saves at big times. That's what it's about.
He was fabulous last year. That bronze medalist, Eriksson Ek, trying to cash in his second of the game. Good chance for him in front. Sweden pressing. Lucas Raymond in, shoots, score! What a snipe! Lucas Raymond, 2-0 Sweden.
Sweden's movement inside the offensive zone again, and the U.S. gets split apart a little bit, but they're giving up the high areas in the middle of the ice and those areas just off the edges in the face-off circle. And Sweden getting to loose pucks because of their movement. There's a good battle along the wall there from the corner back to the point. And then when you arrive in the scoring area, that says everything. And Lucas Raymond, who doesn't need many chances. The U.S. hasn't made one of the key things I think they're going to have to do is they're going to have to man up a little bit more here. I mentioned that at the end of the first period. Not seeing it early on here. And because of that movement, it's hard to sort out sometimes. Sometimes you just got to pick a man in the scoring area and wrap him up so your teammates recognize what's happening out there.
Well, if anyone has the scouting report on Alex Lyon, it's Lucas Raymond in Detroit. And he picked that top corner. That was a vicious shot. Beautiful wrister up top.
Bragging rights for a while.
Yep. Friends off in a lot of these championships when you put that nation on your chest, represent your country. Here's Boldy. USA needs a spark here as Jones will back up. Werenski with Nelson. Nelson, a great pedigree when it comes to USA hockey. Uncle Dave was on the 1980 Miracle on Ice team, and grandfather, great uncle, Olympic gold in 1960 for the Americans. So great pedigree in the Nelson family. Puck at the line. Wrist shot, and that's a great job. Through the bodies, Alex Lyon able to find it and hold, and really he's got to be perfect now until USA can find some offense here.
Yeah, and I think it's going to come from their defense. I think there's some frustration showing a little bit from the USA forwards. But every time Werenski and Jones get back out there, Werenski, I can see on that last shift, on a regroup from just around their blue line, he was right up the ice. It's like, I'm going to change this flow. I'm a big believer in that. When you have mobile guys who can really handle the puck and can really skate with the puck, being defensemen, you have the game in front of you, you can skate into the game. It's a difference from the forwards who are in the game all the time and sometimes can't find that valuable room. So I love it when guys like Werenski and Jones especially just grab the game and go, it's going sideways a little bit here. Let's just change the momentum and the feel a little bit. And I always feel like defensemen can do that in a very different way than any other forward.
Well, partner, you would know, a part of 3 Stanley Cup teams with the Montreal Canadiens, part of the blue line, and you played with a lot of great players in your time.
Yeah, and we had guys that did it for sure. Larry Robinson, Savard, Lapointe.
And you had a front row seat and a part of some great teams.
And when they're doing that, when they're changing the flow, that one gets deflected up into the bench. What it does is, okay, the big guy's going, and now you sit up a little bit taller on your bench. Like, here we go. Everybody knows the game's going a little sideways. You know, where it's gotten away from us a little bit. And when you get a player that has great skill, and we've seen Werenski, I think, trying to do that here, let's change this. Let's get into the game, and everybody goes, okay. When a defenseman's up on the play, forwards, you got to be conscientious. Somebody's got to back them up. But to me, that's one of the great ways to change tempo in a game. It's not always about structure and trying to X and O your way up the ice.
You brought up Victor Hedman, too. What he had 63 assists, 76 points this year in the NHL, but he comes here and he can play a bit of a different game, a defensive game. He doesn't care about the numbers. He cares about the gold medal.
Yeah, it's very different for Victor. He does play a very efficient.
What a chance. Driving in was Carl Grundstrom, and he just missed.
And Lyon was there. He was sliding, trying to protect that short side. I think he was there, but I thought I heard a little bit of a clink off the outside of the post, maybe.
Here's Hedman on cue, waiting, shooting, and that's gloved down. Victor Hedman right on. 2-0 Sweden. Great start offensively. Eric Svanek, Raymond.
For the best fan of this game. Man of the game. From Sweden and from United States. Sweden, hands up. And US, show us your flag, your color. And please, one Skoda fan of the game. You are incredible. Sweden and the winner of Skoda fan of the game is the fan of Sweden.
Grundstrom just had a great chance coming in off the wing. I think that clinked off the outside of the post, but I thought Lyon was there anyway. He's had a look or two in this game here. Erik Karlsson always attracts so much attention. His pass is great. It's a no-look pass. Well, it might have been the handle of the stick. That was a little bit wide. But again, Lyon was there. I'm talking about Victor Hedman for a minute and how much he changes his game. 27 games in World Championships for Hedman. He's only got 7 points. He stays back a lot and plays a more conscientious game. Ooh, did that drop?
Brodin from the blue line. In front, Kempe through the legs. Tried to bury one byline. In front, what a stop on Raymond. Alex Lyon keeping it close. Another drive miss. Sweden firing now as Brodin. The latest chance. Stretch pass intended for Boldy. And that was Rasmus Dahlin getting back. Look out. Here comes Raymond again with Kempe. Boldy got a stick down. Him and Vlasic.
Raymond, Kempe, and Ek. That's the best line on the ice for both teams. They get chances nearly every shift out there.
Both of them with goals. Eriksson Ek and Lucas Raymond. Here's Jonas Brodin. Pettersson, little backhand, but his teammates were changing right to Vlasic. He'll play it to Petrie. Vlasic through center. He'll rip it in. Brodin back. In comes Boldy. Johnny Gaudreau can't hold the zone. Johansson brings it in. Weaving, shooting, and off the post again. Heed slaps it in. Comes to Werenski. Sweden really dictating play, but the Americans really one goal away from making it very interesting here. Here's Will Smith, the youngster, will shoot it in. The 4th overall pick from the Sharks in 2023. And the 1st overall pick to come, as it looks like Macklin Celebrini will be joining him there. Puck chipped to center. Here's Karlsson. Karlsson lost the puck. Farabee across. One-time drive right on as Luke Hughes jumped into the play, and Gustafsson able to squeeze that shot.
How about that Hughes family? You think they have some good genes or what?
Yeah.
Whatever their parents fed them and said to them, they are outstanding. All 3 brothers really good. Luke Hughes, just a kid, just starting off in his career and already playing at a level like this. Great experience. That one dropped on Lyon. That came through a maze of players, but the goalpost was his friend. There's Jonas Brodin. Brodin, one of those overlooked D-men. He can play with anybody. He's one of those linchpin kind of guys. He's playing with Dahlin here. Dahlin can do whatever he wants, and if it goes sideways, Brodin will be there to clean it up.
Hedman starting the play, feeds the right side. Fabian Zetterlund stops in the corner. Zetterlund protects the puck. Feeds the line across for Hedman. Hedman, just onside. Sanderson in his own zone. Olofsson checks him. Jake Sanderson back. He'll play it to Hughes. Luke Hughes. Tied all rookie defensemen in scoring. Him and Brock Faber were all locked up when it comes to rookie blue liners in the NHL this season. Hedman. And I don't think getting a touch there was Linus Johansson, so they'll call that icing.
The U.S. wanted to put pressure on Victor Hedman and Karlsson and Dahlin, Brodin, Pettersson. Get it deep, put pressure on them, make them spend time inside their own zone. And they haven't been able to do it very effectively. Those 2 guys, so good. The guy on the right, Victor Hedman, one of the best ever at the 80, 90-foot pass from deep in his own zone, especially in second periods when forwards can make line changes and go unnoticed by defending teams' defensemen. He can see them coming off the bench, and he'll thread the needle to get breakaways and scoring chances.
Good job cutting on the forecheck. Michael Asamon, he gets taken down. You know, both Erik Karlsson and Victor Hedman, a play coming up and some pushing and shoving behind the play. And
Mikey
it looks
Asamon's
like
involved in no shot.
Well, you know his game from Tampa as well.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is his game. This is what he does. When he came to the Tampa Bay Lightning, John Cooper, coach of the Lightning, had the great description of Asamon. One of the reasons we got him, Brayton Point had 1 fight last year. Brayton doesn't fight a lot. He's a heck of a player. It was with Mikey Asamon. John Cooper said, I wanted to fight Asamon. That's how annoying he was. So that's a good way to describe, and they were glad to have him on the team. He just gets under everybody's skin. He's got great wheels. Asamon will drive in from bad angles. Not a great goal scorer, but he makes things happen. Mikey Asamon is the only returning player from last year's U.S. team. That really knocked me out when I realized that. They had a good team last year.
Lost the bronze medal game to Latvia last year as Linus Johansson in the box on a penalty drawn by Mikey Asamon. Had 11 goals this season. Career high in points, 25 as well for Tampa as Johnny Gaudreau breaks it in with some speed. Caulfield in front and he missed, and he doesn't miss from there very often. Cole Caulfield point blank, and he ripped it wide. Here's Boldy. Werenski, Boldy up for Johnny Gaudreau. Gaudreau down low, Kachuk. He'll leave. Boldy picks it up. Boldy at the goal line. Kachuk's in front. Caulfield, quick shot, stop. Rebound try, side of the net. Gaudreau as Caulfield usually sets up in Montreal that far circle. They got him in the bumper position. Boldy, backdoor feed. Oh, what a stop. Gustafsson pushed across and stopped Gaudreau. Boldy, near circle. Boldy's got it. Kachuk, Caulfield shot. And again, Gustafsson caught a piece. Good movement and chances from the USA. Gaudreau, Boldy, one-time drive in and out of the glove. Boldy again, try to find Caulfield, and finally a clear, courtesy Carl Grundstrom.
Oh, did they get some good looks from virtually every angle possibly. Great goaltending, but excellent movement on the power play here for the U.S.
Special teams so critical in these tournaments, especially in tight games. USA trying to crack one here. Here's Jones cutting in. Lundestrom able to take it away. And there's Tim Heed. He'll clear down the ice. 15 seconds left and a minor penalty for Linus Johansson. Good burst of speed. Luke Hughes with Pinto. Pinto, Hughes up top. Backhand feed. Cutting in is Zegras. Trevor Zegras, 5-on-5 hockey. Sweden's killed it off. Zegras in the corner. Zegras hands it off. Just 2 shots for the Americans on that power play in a 2-0 game led by Sweden. Johansson, who served that penalty, will backhand it in.
I think they'd be pretty happy though. Maybe only 2 shots on goal, but they had more looks than that. They didn't connect to the net or to the goaltender, but some good things on that power play for the U.S.
Caulfield, 2 glorious chances, some great puck movement. Carlson zips it up quickly for Victor Olofsson. Jeff Petrie back. Pass just out of the reach of Petrie, trying to close in. I think Petrie's still on side. It hit the Swedish player. And battling in was Hayes. Clear to center. Lundestrom. He'll drop it off. As that shot by Zetterlund into the glove of Alex Lyon. 7:52 to go in the second. Sweden leads 2-0. Welcome back to Ostrava Arena. Opened up back in 1986. Vitkovice Hockey Club plays out of this building. Had a renovation back in 2003 of 23 million euro. And all set for this year's World Hockey Championship. Here's Brodin. Wrist shot tipped right on. Line stops that. And a diving effort from Eriksson Ek. It's cleaned up by Boldy. He'll flip it in. And USA in offside as Nelson and Gaudreau a little bit too quick.
And that dangerous Sweden line is out there again, too. The Kempe, Eriksson Ek, and Raymond. Very impressive. I mean, boy, they have moved the puck around so well. Adrian Kempe has had 5 really good looks at the net. Started early on. Darlene playing with that group an awful lot. He's going to get some looks, too, because it's the movement of those 3 guys. They just have a great feel for each other. All 3 of them play on different teams in the NHL.
Here's Boldy. He's had a strong game so far for the Americans. Up top, Jones drops it back. Werenski, Bob score! Zach Werenski with the bullet. And there's your response. 2-1 hockey game.
What a pass by Seth Jones. This looks like they haven't missed a beat. This is from a couple of years ago. They don't play together anymore. Seth Jones is in Chicago. But for 4 years, Werenski and Jones played together almost exclusively. Win the face-off and get it inside the zone. But watch top left of your screen. Watch Jones here. The fake shot spin around so he gives time and room. He attracted both forwards from Sweden right here. So that means Werenski, who recognizes right away, look where Werenski shoots from. He's coming downhill, he gets to the top of the circle, and that is a goal scorer's goal. That's the 20 goal scoring Werenski we saw from 4 years ago. He never looked down at the puck again. He knew exactly which corner, and he smoked that one right in the top shelf.
Remember, he had this separated shoulder, a torn labrum a couple seasons ago. He came back in this past season, a career high in points with 57. And Brian, the shot looks just fine. That was a rocket to make it 2-1. We'll see if the Americans get a little bit of life here now. Pontus Holmberg starts the play for Johansson. Johansson over the line. He'll get it back as he tried to pass it off. Johansson, high wrister, knocked down in front. It's a good job by Hughes, and he'll get it up quickly for Caulfield. Cole Caulfield drops it off. Will Smith up top for Petrie. Petrie wrist shot right on. And deciding to hang on is Philip Gustafsson. That was Tkachuk cruising by looking for an opportunity.
Yeah, Will Smith's getting worked in there a little bit. Gets a couple of shifts here and there. There's another look at the goal. Just outstanding from both of those guys. Look at his head. See, he never looks down at the puck again. Bit of a screen. Difficult for the goaltender, Gustafsson, to get a bead on that one. But he just smoked him. Off the tee box, that's 300 yards right down the middle. You ever done that? I have not.
The odd time. Will Smith had 9 points, winning World Junior Gold at the U18. He was the MVP of the tournament. He was outstanding. Lit up things for Boston College. Led Boston College in scoring and made it all the way to the championship final. He's got a bright future, does Will Smith. Play into the corner. There's Carl Grundstrom. Hughes slashing at him. It's Petrie, rather. Jeff Petrie trying to take it away. Johansson. Linus Johansson protects the puck. Up for Hedman and just over a stick. Look out. Hedman blew a tire and Farabee's in with Pinto. Farabee, space, shoots, stop, rebound right by Pinto. And a big stop Gustafsson as he bailed out big Victor Hedman.
Yeah, that was like a double clutch there. Victor mishandled the puck for a second and then he misstepped on top of it. He had some time and room. He just went to pivot and lost it. Carlson did a really good job on this. Carlson came across and was a bit of a threat, but didn't go all the way. He had to stay in the middle, had to let the goaltender take the shot, which is what you should do in that situation. So goaltender and Carlson worked together in concert to stop that 2-on-1.
Here's Werenski. High wrist shot, and there was a lot of traffic in front. Cunnin spins, shoots, rebound that hits the side of the net as Kevin Hayes was bagging. And the screen in front of Gustafsson. The big frame of Hedman, 6'7", usually works to his advantage. Very rarely does it get in his own way. And we saw him tumble there in slow motion. Bailed out by his goalie. Turnover at center. You know, his wingspan, Hedman, for years, you think the player's by him, and then he takes a stride or two, gets that stick out, and you're not going anywhere. Here's Brodin, space opening. Brodin shoots, and Lyon kicked that aside.
Some tough play in front of the net. This time, this net gets knocked off its moorings. That was Olofsson trying to get position on Zach Werenski. Werenski did not let him have any position. He pushed him right out of there and into the goaltender and into the net. Great talent, this young man. Terrific instincts, and you saw. I mean, that's a goal scorer's goal. That is tremendous stuff. Great mobility in his game. Wonderfully efficient skater. Has great movement to his game. Certainly knows how to defend too. So he and Jones are the 1A pairing on defense, no doubt about that.
You know, interesting, his favorite player growing up is actually a forward, Pavel Datsyuk. With magic
Good guy
hands.
to learn from.
Oh.
Pavel, magic man for sure. Wow, he just did so many incredible things with the puck in small spaces, made great plays and no-look passes. Yep.
I think Drill Man's going to go to ice time on the ice. It's about the 5th time we've seen him in game number 2 already here in the arena.
He might be on the All-Star team.
He might be a top drill guy. Yeah. Speaking of drilling, Eyssimont gets taken down in the corner by Brodin. You know, Eyssimont was the guy, though, drew the penalty. I know the Americans didn't score on that power play, but it got him some looks and maybe a little bit momentum as they worked the puck around pretty nicely. Yep. Here's a turnover, bouncing puck. Farabee right on, and that was stopped. Joel Farabee, what a great chance. Here's Hughes. Luke Hughes maneuvering, puts it across. Wrist shot in front, and Farabee again was looking for the tip on the pass from Jake Sanderson.
You know what? Farabee's been one of the best forwards for the U.S. Every time he gets out there, something good happens. Very underrated player. We mentioned him earlier on, but Farabee, 22 goals this year playing in Philadelphia, but he had a tremendous amount of movement in the offensive zone. He was all over the place on the left wing side, circled up high, and then went back door. And then credit to Jake Sanderson. Sanderson waited, and Sanderson was the one who made that shot pass and tried to make it happen. There's a replay of what Mikey Eyssimont went through in the corner against Brodin. Somewhere along the way, you know that Eyssimont got under Brodin's skin, and that was a chance to get back at him. There's Farabee with one of his scoring chances. That was earlier in the game. I really like the way he started this game for the U.S. Joel Farabee's been really good.
Farabee, Brady Tkachuk, and older brother Quinn Hughes were all part of a U18 team together that won a gold medal. That was back in Slovakia. Spiska Nova Ves and Paul Pratt back in 2017. So a lot of these young players have a lot of international experience, whether it's U18, World Junior, and a lot of excitement, though, to now compete at the World Hockey Championship on the men's level. Here's Boldy at center. Slings it in. Gaudreau right in. Great chance there. It was Nelson cruising in, and Gustafson's made some great saves here in the second period after Alex Lyon was pretty sharp in the first.
And there's an example of how that line should work with Brock Nelson, the straight line guy, going in straight lines right to the net.
Kempe walked it right in. That drive tipped. And Lyon was sort of down and out. The tip from Raymond, high slot, and it's out of play. Werenski has brought the USA within one.
So from your praise of the big screen emoji challenge is ready. Oh, yeah, that's great. What about next? Which type of praise? Take the same praise as you walk. Emojis, understand, emoji, showing honor.
Seth Jones and the U.S. team still making some adjustments in their game. They're not quite at the high level. This is a 2-to-1 hockey game, though. They've created some good looks here in this second period. The interesting thing we were just talking about during that break is that Kachuk, Zegras, Caulfield combination hasn't really gotten it going. Some of the other lines have actually had more looks and better looks than that top line that we were talking about before the game even started. It takes a while to get on track. Environmental issues, the move, all that kind of stuff. Everybody has to do it individually and try to come together as quickly as you can. As you pointed out before the game even started, these are really valuable points against a very tough opponent. The first game into the tournament, and you want to come away with something.
Jake Sanderson in deep with Nelson for the USA. There's Heed trying to clear. Far point held in. Pedersen back, watched by Boldy. Played all the way down to Sanderson. Brock Nelson back to Sanderson. Big Sanderson across. Hughes starts the play up ice. There's Johnny Gaudreau. Gaudreau over the line, lost the puck. Pedersen from his own zone. Stretches the ice a little bit. Pass across, shot, score! The wrist shot, Marcus Johansson. And Sweden leads by 2 again.
This started with a bad turnover by Johnny Gaudreau, trying to weave his way without very much speed right around the Swedish blue line, and Sweden was all over him. Well, he turned the puck over, was complaining to the referee while he went to the bench, and because of that, it's a line change and a long ways to get back, top left of your screen. So now Sweden has some momentum, and their puck movement is really good. Crisscrossing pattern is always difficult for defense to read, so they've backed off down below the tops of the circle. And Lyons, who is aggressive, he's out on the edge of the paint, but he can't quite get over on the short side, and that's a terrific shot on the short side. Johansson puts it in, and Sweden's really starting to roll now.
Marcus Johansson, 11 goals, 30 points for the Wild this season. And again, Sweden, a 2-goal cushion. Bouncing puck right to the left of Gustafsson. Eriksson Ek to open up the scoring back in the first period. Right on Lyon in the corner. Swinging around the boards. Pass in front and moved up to Zegras. Zegras and Kachuk. Zegras works it in. In comes Kachuk, and he got taken down by Kempe. Kachuk centering feed right in front, but it's right to Erik Karlsson. Karlsson, watched by Zegras.
Not many guys can make that play that just happened. Karlsson in front of his net, under pressure, to the outside, stop and go, control it, never give it away.
2 Norris trophies in that 100-point season, just a couple campaigns ago in San Jose.
Remarkable.
Unreal stuff. The special players. Olofsson brings it in. Zetterlund finishing his body check. Rasmus Dahlin back. The first overall pick. He'll stop behind the net. Dahlin again. Got the wave going inside the building. It's such a different atmosphere at the World Hockey Championship. Dish across Olofsson, and he just fanned. The puck was knuckling on him. Couldn't get the good shot away. We got Latvia in the house tomorrow, so the drums will be hammering. Poland, Latvia tomorrow. And you might think on paper, you know, not a lot of experience, but Poland's 15 kilometers away from here. Latvia, they travel strong. It's going to be loud in this building for that game. Here's he at the blue line. Wrist shot goes wide, picked up by Pedersen. Marcus Pedersen, career highs for the Penguins, goals and points this year. Lift up top, Heed loads up, and that's tipped just wide. Tim Heed with a good look. Luke Cunningham starts the play as the Americans will bring it in. Look out, that was a good stick by Linus Johansson. 1:02 to go. And there's the goal scorer. That's the third goal up for Sweden.
Yeah, this past goal by the Swedes has really been a stunt for the U.S. I think it shocked them a little bit here. Line was just a little late getting across there. Because he's aggressive, he's out on the edge of the paint, so he has to go back to the near side post. And he doesn't get there in time. It was a really good shot. It was down low, a difficult stretch, and reach down and across with the blocker, which is really difficult to do on that side for the goaltender.
Here's Gaudreau behind the net. Final minute, second period. Puck on the line, Boldy. Johansson trying to clear. Hughes swings it across for Sanderson. Sanderson towards the net in front. Boldy was there, couldn't get a stick on it. Picked up by Gaudreau, the backhand for Boldy. Boldy, watched by Burakovsky, he'll hand it off. Sanderson, Boldy, back to Sanderson. Sanderson, Nelson, fan on the one-timer. Still kept in at the line, 23 seconds left. Boldy, down low, Gaudreau in the corner. Johnny Gaudreau, can the USA strike late here? Luke Hughes, cross-ice speed, just bounced. Sanderson could get the shot off, so he goes up top, Gaudreau. And I don't know if his stick just wobbled on him.
I think he changed his mind. That's what it looked like. And should I shoot it or pass it? Because he's still using the same stick.
Sweden leads 3-1 through 40 minutes.
Oh, yeah, Sweden's, the engine's really smoothing out now. And the U.S. still has a lot of work to do. They've lost some confidence, quite frankly.
3-1, Sweden leads, trying to win their opener and find the podium this year at the World Hockey Championship. Laura Dyke and Dave Reed next.
Our defense in the second period, we saw 3 great goals, and we saw one huge Mexican win, and for the US players for the first time at the championship was the American. I hope we win it. Dámy a pánové, budeme třetí, jsme některé si Američané udělali, že jsme Švédska, to znamená, že jsme také vůbec poprvé na šampionátu slyšeli o Spojených států amerických.
down. Heads up, heads up. Watch the crease. Good, 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 let's go. Good hit, good hit. Heads up, guys, heads up. Good.
Hey, hey, hey. Good job, guys.
You're getting away with a lot of slashes down low.
Listen, it was really close, but it wasn't.
Everything's on the hands with them.
No, it was to the stick. If it was not to the hand, I call it. It was to the stick.
Heads up. Sorry.
Don't change, demon. Hey, no change, no change.
All good. Let's go, let's go. Done. Everyone back, guys. Let's go. Let's go. I already asked you. John, I already asked you. I put my arm up. No. Let's go.
from Ostrava. Please welcome Team Sweden. Please welcome to the United States.
Friday night, 10 p.m. local time here in Ostrava. It is our second game, 1 period to go. Team Sweden, a 3-1 advantage. Zach Werenski, that bullet shot, the only goal right now for Team USA, as Sweden has been the most dominant team thus far, and the Americans try and have to find some life and maybe a little more juice out of that top line.
Yeah, I agree. They're not getting as much as they expected, I'll bet. Kachuk, Zegras, and Caulfield, as much as they expect out of themselves. It'll be interesting to see whether John Hines makes a little bit of change, in some of the lines, or gives them a full game, a chance to get going here. But yeah, they need a little more pop in their game.
There's the captain, Brady Kachuk. Over in Prague, it's Czechia, the host, at Finland, 0-0 after 40 minutes. Czechia had a goal disallowed. Gord Miller, Mike Johnson, the call over there with Lindsey Hamilton. Playing their way here in this third period. Lyon will tee it up for Jones. Boldy swings it across just behind Johnny Gaudreau. He's at center, and he'll deliver the puck in. Victor Hedman back. He'll poke it away. There's Carlson. Erik Karlsson plays it to center, turned over. Gaudreau at the line. And offside?
Yep, offside. Johnny Gaudreau's stick was just over the line, and so with Matt Boldy just trapped inside. Eriksson Ek having a heck of a game. Very good line for the Swedes. Kempe, Raymond, we've mentioned many times they got a couple of goals in this game, and now they'll work, I'm sure, on controlling the game and controlling the tempo and not giving away things. There are a lot of things to work on in a tournament here with a group of new players, and so they'll be looking to control tempo, trying to protect that 2-goal lead that they have right now.
Rasmus Dahlin behind the net. Zegras, Tkachuk chasing it. Caulfield has the puck. Cole Caulfield takes the shot. Down low, Zegras dishes. Caulfield try to jam it in short side. Not a lot of room available. Burakovsky the other way. The give and go, and that was broken up.
Great play by Sanderson.
He is a star emerging in Ottawa on the back end. We talked about it. He's a wonderful player, but he takes a spill there. That wrist shot in line, I think, got a touch.
Sanderson's hurt too. He got knocked down right near the boards, and so you can't defend yourself. Pretty gingerly handling that left leg. Here's the cutback move. Does he get he gets enough of a push? See, that back left leg is behind him. It isn't quite underneath him. So he's off balance, and he takes a shot at exactly the wrong time. I think it was Burakovsky gave him a push. It wasn't a vicious one, but it's certainly enough to knock him off stride there, and the trainers are going over to look at Sanderson on the bench now.
In comes Farabee as he cruises in. Vlasic. Pinto holds it in, drops it off, gets it back as him and Farabee were playing passing close quarters. Farabee reverses, backhand feed. Wrist shot, Petrie just wide, Jeff Petrie. Up top again, Petrie loads up, kick save, and the rebound picked up by Pinto. Shane Pinto delivers up top. Vlasic hands it off, pass in front, knocked down. Farabee going after it. Nice little move behind the net, pass in front, and a great stop again. Pinto was robbed by Gustafsson. A nice feed in front from Will Smith, the youngster.
Will Smith did a really good job right in behind the net. Some really nifty hands and a cutback move. He used the back of the net. Now that is some brilliant improv there. Olofsson was all over him, and then whoops, then he wasn't. There's that little move there. Beats 2 Swedish players and gets it to Pinto. That'll get some more ice time for Will Smith.
Second best season ever as that drive block at USA Hockey's national team development program in a single season. At a 127-point campaign. Carlson. He'll walk it in. Delivers round the boards for Hedman. Hedman drives one in. That was picked off. The Americans trying to come away in numbers, but Carlson got back. That's off a skate, and Hedman's got to be alert, and he was. Victor Hedman. Little flip to center. Luke Cunnin picks it up for USA. Drop pass, Hayes in, shoots. Rebound available, bouncing puck as Hayes got it right on. Hayes and Tkachuk are cousins and teammates here for Team USA. Fired in, Alex Lyon puts that into the corner for Werenski. And good to see Sanderson on the ice as he delivers the pass, which ends up being a shot on Gustafsson. Nelson from the boards brings play towards the net. Gaudreau pinned by Dahlin. Gaudreau centering feed at Boldy there. Good stick. Joel Eriksson-Ek broke it up. Eriksson-Ek hands it off. Raymond across, wrist shot. And Dahlin couldn't get the velocity he wanted. A stick in the way. Sweden comes again. Eriksson-Ek up high, delivers and misses. Heed around the wall. Boldy gets the speed going up that right wing. Boldy brings it in for the Americans. Boldy tried to center. Bouncing puck, Raymond back. Vlasic. They'll jam it in deep. Boldy takes the contact. In front, Nelson score! Oh, what a goal! Brock Nelson up top on a beautiful feed. And the USA within 1.
And Joel Eriksson-Ek is hot. And he goes after Matt Boldy. And I believe they used to play together. A whack along the wall. Boldy took him out pretty well, but he turned the puck over and then gets it to Johnny Gaudreau. So they set up shop here. They start moving around. Puck's going to go in the corner. Good job tracking it down there. Oh, it was Boldy got taken out, and then it was a bit of a cross-check across the back of Eriksson Ek. That's what happens after the fact. Meanwhile, there's Johnny Gaudreau with those great hands, and that's where Brock Nelson lives. That's why Nelson scored over 30 goals again. That's 3 straight years for Nelson, putting up big-time numbers, and that was a beauty for him right there. 34 goals this year, 36 last year, 37 the year before that for Brock Nelson.
Well, we talked about it, Brian, and it's true. It's teammates in the NHL, friends off in this tournament for Boldy and Eriksson Ek.
Yeah. And if you get hurt and it hurts, you don't care if it was a friend or not. It hurts. You're PO'd, right?
Brock Nelson, a great response in his 5th World Hockey Championship for Team USA. His team within 1 is Tkachuk, brings it in with Caulfield. Caulfield round the boards. Jones back for USA. Caulfield at his own line up for Zegras. Zegras, Tkachuk in, shoots up high, rebound available. Brady Tkachuk, good look on Gustafsson. They come again. Jones curls around in the corner. Up top, Caulfield. Farabee. Wrist shot up high, and Werenski. We had a great angle, and he nearly found that top corner again. Werenski with that shot.
All the players in the league now are so good at that. The sharp angle shots. They hit that size of a water bottle at most. Top shelf on the short side. Put the goaltenders under a lot of stress to make those saves. There's Boldy and the shift that he had out there last time. The collision with Ek, the cross check in the back, and the success that the U.S. had out of that shift.
The Americans within 1 again. Nearly 5 minutes gone in this 3rd period. Will Smith getting some more ice time out there with Pinto and Farabee. Jonas Brodin starts to play behind his net for Rasmus Dahlin. Up for Fabian Zetterlund. He'll backhand it in. Zetterlund will pick it up. Brodin shoots it right back in. Zetterlund and Will Smith, a big part of the future in San Jose in the National Hockey League. And unless something drastic happens, Macklin Celebrini will join that organization as well, as they won the draft lottery. Alex Lyon handles that shot from Grundstrom. Puck behind the net. Grundstrom picks it up, flips it up for Tim Heath. He'll move it across. Pettersson, big rip. Puck available. It was in the skates of Petrie. Luke Cunnin there. And it's cleaned up to Vlasic. Vlasic through center ice. Little flip. Ryan Leonard thought about driving in. He'll stop, turn, shoots, hit a body, just went wide. Americans looking for the equalizer. Vlasic in the pass, a little too hot, couldn't handle it. Here's the Red Wing. Petrie, nice move over the line. Petrie. Ryan Leonard. Leonard, he got all tripped up, and Ryan Leonard draws a penalty. It'll be Tim Heed going to the box, and the USA on the power play when we come back to Ostrava.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Jukebox.
Welcome back to Ostrava. 3-2 Sweden leads. This building has hosted some great championships over the years. The 94 World Juniors, it was back here in 2020, and this year the World Hockey Championship. And there's Tim Heat in the box for tripping.
Yeah, there's an important part of the game here for the U.S. They need a goal to complete this comeback and get their game back in order offensively.
The good news is the power play looked pretty good. They didn't score, but they had some good looks, Brian.
They had really good looks, probably 3 or 4 really good looks. So you build on that. That's important tournament-wide, but certainly within this game, it's about winning it now.
Kachuk, Boldy, Caulfield. Gaudreau back to Werenski. Gaudreau, Werenski on the puck of the blue line. He'll work it across. Boldy down low, pop pass in front, and that was just wide. Kachuk fed Caulfield. Kachuk again. Brady Kachuk. Boldy, Caulfield, passing his skates across. Gaudreau waiting with it. He'll curl around. Johnny Gaudreau near circle. Seam pass across. Boldy in front. Net off the moorings again, and I think that was Gustafsson's doing. Faceoff should be in Sweden's zone.
I've got to look at it only in the corner of my eye, but I think going from the top point in the crease to the near side post, I think he kicked it off with his skate. The U.S. trying to make that diagonal pass. Really nice read there by Victor Hedman. I was busy watching Victor Hedman do it, so definitely the goaltender knocked that one off because nobody else was near it.
And guess who's back? Drill Guy. By my count, 5th appearance for Drill Guy.
Yep. Good read there by Victor Hedman. That diagonal pass, had it been successful, that could easily have ended up in the back of the net. But yeah, some good rhythm on the power play. I'm impressed with Matt Boldy's part on the power play. I never really saw that coming, to be honest with you, but he makes some really good plays and heads up and good movement.
Off the drop, back to Werenski. Little flip. Gaudreau. Boldy. Werenski. Kachuk down low. He's got Caulfield in front. Boldy picks it up far boards. Boldy, little backhand dish. Werenski. Wrist shot. And tickled the side of the net. Gaudreau. Werenski. Johnny Gaudreau. Kachuk. In, backhand. Thought about elevating it and just lost the puck, allowing Sweden to clear.
Boy, are they staying close to Caulfield in the middle, which makes a lot of sense. The guy's got just incredible hands. So they're making sure that that little quick play to him in the middle, right in that bumper spot, that it doesn't get bumped right in the back of their nets. Sweden really staying on top of Caulfield.
Nelson back for Luke Hughes, second unit out. Nelson. Jones, Hughes, they play pass. Jones. Pinto. Works it up the wall, but nobody home, and Alex Lyon well out to leave it there for Hughes. 20 seconds left in the penalty. Hughes, a little bit of pace to the right side for Shane Pinto. Puck behind the net, and Sweden looking to kill off this penalty. Shorthanded chance, pass in front, nearly got through to Grundstrom. That would have been a dangerous look shorthanded.
Seth Jones did a really good job there in front of the net. If that pass gets through, it's in.
3 shots for the Americans. That's icing as the penalty had expired. So a good penalty kill again by Sweden. And again, I mean, good puck movement.
Yeah.
They did everything but score, but they're moving it around nicely.
Yeah, I didn't feel like it was as dangerous as the first one. They got some outright way better looks the first time around. So Sweden made some adjustments in how they penalty killed and when they pressured and taking Caulfield away from the middle, and then the U.S. had to start taking shots from other areas.
Carl Grundstrom of the LA Kings lost the puck at the line. Played across that shot, a big save on Burakovsky. Lyon answered the call. Another drive from distance, left pad save. Again, Alex Lyon. Brought in offside by Andre Burakovsky.
While Sweden stays out of the box here, they've jammed the game up, and they're known to do that. Sweden's always played a disciplined game. Their play in the neutral zone in particular, when they have a lead, they're well coached, have been for generations, but certainly Sam Hella has done a great job with him over the years, and they're going to work on that here, because having 1-goal leads going down into the medal round where they expect to be, you got to be able to do that.
Mikey Asamont tried to throw that cross ice, bouncing to the left wing. Rasmus Dahlin under some duress, so he'll move it up the wall. There's Burakovsky to help. Dahlin, Jonas Brodin. USA changing behind the play, and as is Sweden, so Brodin will spin back.
And it's interesting too, Brodin and Dahlin have been a pair tonight. They're both lefties, so Brodin plays the offside. You don't see that in today's game much anymore. It's always lefty-righty. Coaches don't like to have lefties playing on the opposite side, but Brodin's capable of doing it.
Caden Gooley did it a lot in Montreal this season, and he actually talked about wanting to maybe do that to represent Team Canada at some point if they need that. And sure enough, where's Caden Gooley representing Team Canada? And he's on the other side in Prague, as he played a lot with Mike Matheson in Montreal, 2 lefties. Here's Gaudreau, lost it in his skates. These kids are smart. They're always thinking, Brian, how can they represent their country at some point?
Of course, and it's usually lefties that have to cross over, because there's normally more lefties than righties. Certainly back in the day, it was huge difference. Less so now, but right-handed D is like left-handed pitching, and if you're a right-handed D-man, you almost never have to cross over.
Zetterlund the shot in front, and Alex Lyon lost his stick. He collects it as Boldy the other way. Boldy 1-on-3 as he powers in. A great job by Boldy. 29 goals, 69 points, career high for him.
I like his game here tonight. He's done a good job for the U.S.
Signed a long extension with Minnesota, 7 years, $49 million, and a key part of their franchise going forward. Just over 9 to go. Lyon's going to play it. Vlasic from his own zone. Played it to the line. Was looking for Will Smith. Dahlin, watched by Farabee. Back to Rasmus Dahlin. Dahlin brings it in over the line. Wrist shot, that was handled. Dahlin in the corner. Slams it around the wall. Brodin. Watched by Smith. Brodin goes down low, centering feed, comes right to Tkachuk. Tkachuk able to get that to center. Big body check there as Tkachuk making sure that Holmberg didn't go much farther, and he did not. Caulfield, bouncing puck, him and Zegras in. Couldn't handle it. It's back to Hughes. You know, you talk about the Swedish defense with Carlson and Hedman and Dahlin, and you look in Buffalo and their future on the back end. They're going to be unbelievable for years. Yeah, led by Dahlin.
Buffalo and Ottawa. They both have great young D.
Now, just got Bowen Byram. Future is right in Buffalo right now.
Eyes on defense. The events here at Ostrava Arena for this game between Sweden and the United States. 9,100.
You didn't play good.
What a crowd, amazing crowd, my friends, and on Jumbo from DB5.
Marcus Johansson in his first World Championship for Sweden. He's made an impact as he has a goal, and Sweden hanging on to a 1-goal advantage. Brian, it was going to be interesting, a little bit of a chess match as you look at the great defense that Sweden has. Obviously, they're gifted with a lot of forwards too, but the Americans on paper, a lot of high-end talent up front for Team USA as well.
Yeah, that's true. Look at Derek Lalonde drawing up a few plans. He's an assistant coach, of course, head coach of the Detroit Red Wings in the National Hockey League. And it's interesting that on the other side, Sam Hallam has said, you know, when he was asked about his great defense core, said, you know, we're going to build from the back end out and try to dictate the play. Well, they've dictated the play, but to be honest with you, it's the forward group.
Tkachuk in, hauled down. He got the shot off. And no penalty called as Tkachuk from a knee. A good look in on Gustafsson. Then Tkachuk got spun around by Pontus Holmberg at the Swedish line. Here's Hedman. He'll walk it in. Hedman had Johansson pass just behind him. And that's flipped out of play.
Well, Tkachuk really taking a shot there at Holmberg. That's what this ruckus is about.
Well, that's Leaf Sens. I mean, that's
yeah.
Right?
That was after the whistle. He stuck the flipper out. They were going in opposite directions after the whistle. And Tkachuk's trying to get something going here. It's the type of player he is, and that's the way it should be. There it is. There's the little flipper. Something that happened earlier on that he didn't like.
And then his offensive chance from a knee, got the shot off. Leading for a call, none coming. 7:36 to go here in this third period. Shots 24-22 in favor of Sweden. Off the draw. It's back to Jones. Boldy zips it up, wanted Nelson. Eriksson Ek, a good job to knock that down. Jones under duress. Two Swedes converge, but it's Boldy quickly. Nelson, nice pass for Werenski. Werenski flips, Gaudreau in, shoots, and it was blocked. Good job, Rasmus Dahlin blocked that. Raymond the other way. Kempe over the line, looking at options. Kempe swings it in front. Dahlin there, and a dive. Nelson gets it to Gaudreau with Boldy. Boldy cutting in, shoots, and that was blocked. That time Jonas Brody in the shot block. Again, the two wild players. Nelson finds the puck, walks it in. They'll work it back. Werenski. Werenski, that's off his stick below the goal line. Nelson. Gaudreau. Whipped it around the wall. There's Boldy. Boldy, Jones, good hustle, kept it in. Werenski, space opening. Slap pass in front, the tip. And that was just behind the net as Boldy was cutting in. Eriksson Ek, one-on-one with Werenski. High shot, and he missed. Under 7 to go, 3-2 Sweden, third period. Ostrava Arena on a Friday night, 10:30 p.m. local time. Lundestrom to the blue line. Weak shot. Zetterlund battling for space in front. He gets pushed down by Vlasic. Little size mismatch there. Asamon through center ice. Up the right wing. Asamon has Cunnin in front. Asamon still with it. Backhand feed. Vlasic steps into the play. Vlasic spreads it across. Petrie faked the shot. Little flip pass comes to Asamon. Asamon, he gets taken down by Zetterlund. Fabian Zetterlund the other way with Olofsson, and he's at the end of his shift, so then he collided with Asamon. They have a chirp, and both teams change. I'm laughing because you're laughing, Brian, up here with Asamon doing his thing.
When he does.
Here's Farabee off the stretch pass in the corner. Shane Pinto there to help the American side. Will Smith in his skates. Can the youngster crack one here? Here's Smith. Hit by Carlson. What an opportunity for Will Smith. He's going up against Victor Hedman and Erik Karlsson in his first men's world championship game. Pretty cool.
Yep, he'll remember that for the rest of his career and his life.
Under 5 to go. Third period. Dahlin at the line. Farabee frees the puck. It's bouncing for Smith. He couldn't corral it. Fired right back by Grundstrom. Right to Alex Line. He'll play it for Farabee quickly, trying to catch Sweden on a change. Jake Sanderson in his own zone.
And so I started to say it before. Coaching staffs talked about, you know, for Sweden, they were going to work it from the D-core out because of some of the greatness back there. But for me, it's been the Swedish forwards that have been the story in this game. They have created their own offense. They have made some great plays. They've shot from areas. They've found open spaces. They've had a lot of movement in the offensive zone. So it hasn't been because of the D-core of Sweden. It's been the forward groups line after line.
need contributions from everywhere to win a gold medal at this championship. Here's Gaudreau. In the corner, Gaudreau protects the puck. Trying to drop it off, and he will to Jones. Down low for Nelson, who has a goal in this game. Him and Rasmus Dahlin all tangled up. In comes Gaudreau. Gaudreau trying to steal it. Boldy will. Up for Werenski. Werenski across. Jones. Werenski. Back to Jones. Jones, high wrister, knocked down in front. Sweden trying to clear, and they will. And that allows them to get that change in. Seth Jones, 4 medals for USA internationally in his career. Cole Caulfield, wrist shot, glove side high, and he missed it. Pinto in the corner. Tkachuk. And Caulfield up front. Tkachuk right through the crease, nobody there. Sanderson. Round the boards, Tkachuk, below the net. Tkachuk, back up top. Hughes walks it in. Hughes, wrist shot, a knuckler, and it's deflects out of play. And again, now it's Tkachuk and Kempe. They get into it after the whistle. Things are heating up on this Friday night in Ostrava. 3-2 Sweden.
The USA coaching staff having a little meeting with the players. That's Derek Luan. He had the board out a moment ago. Jack Capuano on the right. And of course, John Hines, the head coach. They were trying to draw up some plays and give them some offensive looks. But after the whistle went, and while we were away at break, it was Brady Tkachuk doing what Brady Tkachuk does. And he a couple of whacks against Kempe after the whistle, and Kempe pushing back on him, and so they were jawing back and forth. And I think it's Tkachuk doing what he knows how to do too. They need a little more push. They've played for the most part a game, a structured game, a flow game. They've made plays, but there's not that Tkachuk anger management thing, you know, that's in there. And I think that's what he's looking for from his guys the last 3 minutes.
Hughes' shot missed the mark. Sanderson trying to keep it in the zone. Lucas Raymond hustling. Hughes back. Raymond into the corner. Sanderson there to help. Takes the hit from Eriksson Ek. Eriksson Ek has the puck in front. And a penalty coming up.
Yeah, it was that hit on Sanderson. So Sanderson's shaken up again. He didn't go down, but he got his head squashed along the boards. I think that's what it was about. Not sure if it was, I think it was Eriksson Ek that hit him. Yeah, he's headed there, yeah.
Sweden number 14, 2 minutes reporting.
Now, Sanderson was sort of bent sideways along the end wall, but a little bit of a lift there. See, Eriksson Ek, when he made contact, he was sort of on the way up, and I think that's what got the referee's attention. So, you know, just a tad. But Sanderson was also in a very vulnerable position, and I think that's what the referees were looking at there. Hey, just hold up a little, hit him differently. Don't take that run at him. So this now is an absolutely critical power play. Let's see what the U.S. has learned so far.
You always want to grow and build in a tournament, and they build on this power play. USA controls. Gaudreau circles around in the corner. Werenski. Caulfield dishes up top. Boldy. Boldy for Werenski. Boldy caught up with the one-timer. Boldy spinning, shooting, Tkachuk the tip wide. Gaudreau round the boards. Matt Boldy. Far circle. Boldy has the puck for USA. Zach Werenski, who scored in this game for Boldy. Caulfield, Boldy, they play pass and the shot stopped by Gustafsson. In front again, Caulfield. Oh, he loaded up and missed.
That was it. That was the big chance.
Here's Gaudreau. USA trying to bring it in quick, and Sweden a good job to clear.
Johnny Gaudreau hasn't had that magic touch that he does so many times. We see him during the NHL, like just not quite there yet with the hands.
Gaudreau for Tkachuk. Tkachuk. And away goes Alex Lyon to the bench. Extra attacker out. Gaudreau waiting, sends it across. Good stick, Sweden, as Brock Nelson's jumped on the ice. Empty net for USA as they're on the power play for 50 seconds. Here's Gaudreau. Caulfield. Gaudreau. A 6-on-4. Gaudreau. Caulfield. Dahlin. Fought him off the puck. Empty net, and he will miss, but it's a penalty kill. So allows Sweden to change, and Werenski will pick it up.
That was too easy a read for Dahlin. That was Johnny Gaudreau making a pass that he telegraphed, and Dahlin went, I can see what you're going to do. He stopped it, and he got it all the way down the ice.
Giveaway right to Kempe. He'll shoot it in. Puck battle below the line. Holmberg trying to center up top. Victor Hedman bombs it in. From the blue line, Hedman delivers a rocket, and it's 4-2 Sweden.
Yeah, Victor Hedman gets a free chance there with enough time, and you got a defenseman in Luke Hughes. I don't blame him. He could see the big man start to wind up, and a little bit of a chuckle there from Victor Hedman, who can really bring it. He's had a handful of 100-mile-an-hour shots this year for the Tampa Bay Lightning. And look at Hughes. He's in front of the net, but Victor's got time and room, and it's like, all right, do you feel lucky? And Hughes tried there, but at the same time, he can see that's a smoking hot shot coming, and he wasn't squaring up to that one to take that one in the belly. This game has been managed really well by the Swedes. Overall, it's been their game for most of it. There have been some surges from the U.S., but you can tell they definitely are not to their game yet, and they'll know that individually and collectively they got to find a way to be better. And it'll be interesting to see what, like, Cole Caulfield's had a couple of looks, but it'd be long stretches in between looks, Brian, and I think that had something to do with it, right? He'd be no chances for 15 minutes and then get a great chance, you know, and you expect guys like him to score all the time. But he had a couple of high wides here tonight. It's going to happen. But I wonder if they'll get a little more snarl in their game, too, moving forward.
Alex Lyon to the bench again. USA down 2, final minute here at Ostrava Arena. Caulfield, he jumped on the ice as he was the guy coming. Empty net again, poked up ahead. And that'll be wide as Froden, lone guy in. Nelson has the puck, 40 seconds left. Nelson lost it, he's got to get back. Froden, a good forecheck on him. Nelson one more time with Tkachuk to his right. Nelson, Caulfield. Werenski. Wait, shoots off his stick. Gaudreau picks it up. Caulfield behind the net. Johnny Gaudreau with Tkachuk in front. Boldy. Wrist shot right on Gaudreau. That was stopped. And Sweden swats that to center. Eriksson Ek, 8 seconds left. Empty net. And it's in. His second of the game. He opened up the scoring, and he likely finishes it. 5-2 Sweden. And the Trey Kroner fans pretty happy on this Friday night.
Yeah, Sweden executes on the penalty kill with the extra man on the ice for the U.S. And it was a big save, and it came from the right wing side this time for the U.S. And the save was made by Gustafsson, and Eriksson Ek does the rest.
So Sweden's going to win this one. The Czechs, the host, and Finns over in Prague. I can only imagine the atmosphere. Jaromir Jagr's in the host, by the way.
Oh, wow.
At O2 Arena in Prague.
That'll do it.
They're going to overtime, so that's got to be bumping there.
0-0, though.
Yes, 0-0.
No, they're still waiting for a goal,
But there's beer there, Brian, so they're going to have a good time no matter what the score is. And right at the end, a little push and a shove, but Sweden opens up the tournament with the win and puts themselves in a great spot A lot of hockey to come, Brian, I get it, but they're in a great spot to take their group winning 5-2 over USA.
Yeah, it's key. We talked about that at the beginning. You find out where you're at, where your team game is at. And you know what? This game told John Hines and told the U.S. team where they're at and what they have to improve on too, and that's valuable. But yeah, they got to have points next game.
Victor Hedman in his first appearance at the World since 2017, his fourth appearance at the World Championship overall, has a goal. Lucas Raymond was fantastic.
Yeah, that Eriksson Ek, Raymond, Kempe line was dynamic, especially in the first 2+ periods, and then it just spread from there, and I thought the Swedes just got smoother and smoother as the game went on.
And if you're a fan of hockey, and we all are, just to see Hedman and Carlson on the ice, not only the same team, but as a pairing, it's pretty
intimidating,
cool.
right?
Pretty cool to watch.
Yeah, intimidating, because you just know what can happen against you if you're the U.S. Their puck movement, their ability to see plays, and the threat level. The threat level is underestimated all the time. We talk about it with forwards all the time. But when you have a threat level of Hedman and Carlson playing together, it really adds something. And then, you know, Dahlin and Brodin on that next pair as well, too. So, yeah, Swedes just, they played better in this game. We see Zach Werenski, the player of the game for the U.S. I would certainly agree with that. And the goal that he scored, that was beauty.
And he logged big minutes leading all USA players.
Yeah, he and Seth Jones are going to lead them in that department. There's no doubt about that. I thought that Sanderson and Hughes, the two young guys, I thought they did a real nice job together for most of the game for the U.S. side.
Well, he burnt his coach back in the National Hockey League, John Hines, with a nice game. Player of the game, Joel Eriksson Ek. 3 points, 2 goals.
And it'll be interesting going forward if the U.S., you know, tinkers with their lines a little bit, or lets them work through this for a little bit into Game 2.
Not a lot of time, because Game 2 is tomorrow night for USA in this building. The late game, USA-Germany. In the meantime, the national anthem of Sweden.
If you are able to follow the national anthem of Sweden. Thank you for being part of the 2024 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship. Before you go, have a quick look around you to make sure you have all your belongings. 2024 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship will continue tomorrow in Ostrava Arena at 12:20 with the game France against Kazakhstan, 16:20 Poland against Latvia, and 20:20 the game United States against Germany. Don't miss out the 2024 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship official fan zone next to the arena. Enhance your experience and stay in the heart of the game. Dear hockey fans, it was absolutely amazing day here in Ostrava. We saw 17 goals and twice the arena was full. Such a great day, and we will continue tomorrow. So I hope that we will see you again tomorrow. Dámy a pánové, moc vám děkujeme za to, že jste byli součástí dnešního původní operazione mistrovství světa a v lednu 2024 v Ostravě. Byli jsme 17. branek. Akorát jsme zaplnili arenu, byla fantastická atmosféra. A já doufám, že tohle byla nejlepší pozvánka na to, abychom se viděli také zítra. Tak přijďte, pojďme si užít mistrovství světa. Díky moc a krásnou noc. Thank you very much and have a good night.
Joel, two heavyweights really going at it here in the first match. What does it mean to get this big win against Team USA to start the tournament off?
Yeah, I mean, it's important for us coming out here and winning the first game. We know that team is one of the other top team in this division, so for us to come out and get the first win is really important.
What can you say about your team's defensive effort, especially allowing just 2 goals?
Yeah, I think we played pretty good. They had some chances, but for being the first game as a group, it was good, and we have something to build on.
Also, what's it like to play with Raymond and Kempe on the line?
Yeah, I mean, those are amazing players. So for me, just trying to find open eyes and make some open eyes for them is what I'm trying to do. But yeah, for sure, they're some of the best players in the world, so it's fun to be a part of that line.
Finally, in Swedish, what does it mean for your team just to get the first win here at the World Championship against a strong USA team?
Nej, men det känns bra. Det är absolut viktigt för oss att få den här första matchen och vinna den. Vi vet att USA är ett av det andra topplaget här, så för oss att sätta upp oss själva så bra som möjligt inför slutspel är viktigt för oss, och det är gött att få det här stöd vi får på läktaren också. Tack.
Zach, the scoreboard might say 5-2, but how close did this feel on the ice, especially deep in that third period?
Yeah, I thought we made a pretty big push. Got it within 1, had a power play. I'd like to get something down there and tie it up, but thought Al played a great game for us, kept us in it. I'd like to clean it up a little bit, though.
You were able to find the back of the net, a great feed from Johnny Gaudreau, but how hard was it to get past this Swedish defense?
Yeah, they played it tight. I thought we had some good zone time. Probably needed to fight a little bit more on the interior, get some pucks through. It's all part of it. It's early for us trying to just figure things out. We'll build on it for the rest of the tourney.
You're making your 5th appearance at the World Championship, but you have a really impressive family history here with grandfather, uncles. What does it mean for you to represent USA?
It's special, yeah. A long line of history in hockey. It means a lot, so anytime you get to represent the country, especially and then for the family too at the same time, it means a lot.
Quick turnaround for you guys. How do you bounce back against Germany tomorrow night?
Quick recovery, watch some tape, turn the page a little bit and get back on it, but just try to get some rest.
Thank you, Brock.